So, hello and welcome. My name's Steve Nobel, and today I'm speaking with Sophie Kermarec on channeling the divine feminine, Mary Magdalene and Gaia. So, since a very young age, Sophie has had the gift of clairvoyance, healing, and communication with other levels of consciousness, the process of channeling. After following a traditional path of law, communication, events, she went to follow her work of being of service to others and following her gifts of clairvoyance, healing and channeling. And Sophie works worldwide via Skype in English and French, and her website is sophiekermarec.com. The link for that website will be going out with this podcast. So, hi Sophie.
Hello, Steve. I remember your name.
Yes. So can you say something about your journey from a traditional path into becoming a healer channel?
Oh, wow. I have to make it short, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is tough. I always felt I was different. I always had a connection with angels and spirit. Yet I didn't know. I wasn't educated at all like that. So I had a traditional path. But what is funny is that life directed me to communication. But first I had a communication agency, so it wasn't the same kind of communication. But it's how can I say? It rapidly transformed into. Yet doing the communication work, I was still channeling information for the work, for business, but something was missing. Voila. So at one stage, I had a huge burnout, and I decided to give up everything and to just be completely at service of the divine and the angel and masters. Their voice became more present in my life, and I felt my heart was crying. I really needed to be 100% devoted to this.
So
Yes.
there's a lot of people interested in channeling now. Could you say something about the process of channeling, how you experience it?
It came first by when I was doing my work in business. I had to do advertising. How do you say advert? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to have ideas. And when I was thinking about it, it wouldn't work. So I would watch on YouTube stupid things. And when I would disconnect completely, then I would receive information. And then I didn't know it was channeling. It was 20 years ago. I didn't know the name. Since then, since I discovered that I have this gift, that I put a name on it, someone put a name on it and I could recognize it, I do the same process, not watching stupid things on YouTube, but kind of putting myself into a bubble, just disconnecting and just being, I don't know, it's very subtle. And then I feel an energy that comes through me. Those last years, it manifested by writing. So for years I've been writing a question on my notebook, and they would answer. And now I don't need writing anymore. I'm in between.
Are they with you all the time now, or most of the
Yes,
time?
yes, and it's me who says no. I know they know I'm a bad student in a way that I'm a rebel, you know. So sometimes I'm like, they try to guide me in my life also, and I'm like, I don't listen. And then after, when I see they were right, they're like, come on, are you going to listen to us? So the process of channeling is I do practice every day to be in a meditative state, to clear my energy. So I learned technique through time. Life showed me technique to clear. What is very important is to clear your energy field, really.
Yeah.
With mantras, music, I sing a lot. And with smell, I create something that makes me feel at ease and with my heart open. And then I can receive. Last thing, to recognize if it's channel or no, my heart is open. When I receive information, I feel lots of love. If it's my mind, it's cold. It's very contracted. Because it took me years to discover what is my mind, what is the voice of the guides or ascended masters.
So I think that your work is very important at the moment because there's this return of the divine feminine. Is this what you experience, that the divine feminine wants to return after thousands of years of patriarchy?
Yes, it's amazing because I've been very attracted by the Christ energy. So for years I've been channeling Christ energy, but I was more attracted to the masculine energy. And it's been now 2 months. It's very intense. It just didn't give me any choice. And it's the divine feminine energy which comes to me. Who comes? I don't know if it's a who or which. And yeah, it's very powerful. It gives me and everyone who's listening to it no choice, because it has a lot of messages to give to us. Very powerful one, by the way, that are shaking a lot, how do you say, our belief system, yes.
Yeah. Well, these energies you're working with today, or you have been working with, Mary Magdalene and Gaia, they're very different, aren't they? Mary Magdalene, this figure in history, and Gaia, like a planetary energy. Aren't they very different?
Well, I didn't choose, so I know before channeling who is going to come. So a few months ago, it happened to be, they told me, or she told me, she's the divine feminine energy. And when I channel, she loves to do this. She starts from the ground, from Mother Earth, the one who nourishes us. And then she goes to Mary, so the one who is up, the lighter energy, who join themselves into the center. And from this, then Mary Magdalene comes also from the ground. So it seems from what I received and what I felt that it's the same one. So she told me, this divine feminine energy, that she's one, and that Mary Magdalene, Gaia, and Mary are only expressions of herself, like the face of a diamond, So it all shines the light, but it comes from the same source, that is the divine feminine energy.
Oh, wonderful. Well, today you're going to be connecting with these energies, and we're going to be experiencing a channeling. I guess I can ask questions. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see what happens then. Okay.
So just want to tell you that silence is very important for her too.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised by silence.
Okay.
I am the divine feminine energy. Welcome.
Thank you.
In these times of big changes, you are asked to express your authenticity coming from inside. Your light, the essence of what is, has to come from inside. Don't look outside. Don't expect something from outside. What is inside? You are made of earth, Mother Earth, one of my expressions. You are made of spirit, Mother Mary. And the expression, the dynamic, the action of the spirit on earth, via earth, is the essence of Mary Magdalene. Be authentic, my children. You have to. Drop all your masks. Show your own light. Be free. Be yourselves. Don't be afraid. Express love. Honor the encounter of all these energies that make you be one. The Spirit who gives you so much love. Earth who gives you food and nourishes you and makes you able to experience humanity. Like the wheel of a car, you are in the center and the wheel moves. You don't move, you stay centered. You just give the energy, the structure for everything to happen through you and to you. You are complete. You seem to have forgotten this. It's love that you feel is your true essence. You are my children. You are eternal. Death doesn't exist. Go back to the center. Go back to this truth of your pure essence, your pure expression. The Trinity. Gaia, Mary, Mary Magdalene.
Thank you for coming and speaking with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you, can you say something about this time on the earth plane that we're going through now, this volatility, this some people call ascension process? What is happening now on the earth?
Nothing is happening, as everything is and has always been. Yet you are experiencing an awakening, the end of one time, the beginning of one time. But you who are observing it is not doing anything. Nothing is happening to you. Your true you. You are asked with all these expressions, with all this movement, with all this transformation that are happening outside, to express even more your true divinity. That is what is asked to you and for you to do. So nothing is happening, yet this movement outside of you encourages you, invites you to open even more to your true divinity, to go back inside and to not believe in all that is happening. So there is a transformation within no transformation.
Can I ask, is this expression of our divinity about our being, our energy, our light, our state of vibration, our consciousness? Or does it also include us doing something, moving, going in a direction, shifting our external life? Or is that not important?
The direction is inside. You are asked to go back to the origin, the source. The expression outside is like an expression of what you would call masculinity, action, creation, doing something. My invitation is to go inside and to shine from inside. That's the only movement I invite you to do. Nothing. You have nothing to do outside. That is the movement you have to learn. Going back inside, things will happen by themselves. This is the origin of a femininity, as you call it. The creation, pure creation, from which everything happens without nothing to be done. That is being at service of the divine. If you go back to the states of welcoming your true nature, your true essence, your source, the source will then create from you, and you will be back to your true essence, being children of God, of a divine, with God acting through you.
Can I ask something about the return of the divine feminine, this feminine message, this energy that's returning? For thousands of years we've had this masculine patriarchal systems, religion and all kinds of systems of control. Those seem to be breaking down now, causing a lot of chaos. Can you say something about the return of this feminine force?
It is the balance. You had to experience the extreme of masculinity, creation without the source. You're learning now, via this returning of a divine feminine energy, that the source is feminine. You have to know a difference between feminine and masculine, but in fact, it doesn't exist. All is. But you incarnated on Earth, Mother Earth, wanted freedom, the freedom of choice, the free will. You wanted to be the origin of your actions, which is in a way far from masculinity, but it has the masculine energy in a way. You've experimented how destructive it is, as it is disconnected from the source. The source is one in itself, two energies, dance within themselves, between themselves. What you call the feminine, that is the creation, the origin, and the masculine, that is its expression on earth. You humans, as humans, went on earth and experimented this creation, forgetting the origin, the source. The source now is back, showing you the way, how to create from the source.
Can I ask, here on Earth we have this issue of ego, which is the mind kind of becoming the master over the heart and squashing intuition and squashing sometimes imagination or creativity. The ego being, I guess, can be quite controlling, protective at the same time, and all kinds of programs from pleasing or rebelling or fighting or hiding, ego programs, which seems to block the source light. Can you say something about upgrading, shifting the ego, or working with the ego?
If you go back to the heart, there is no ego. The ego is a belief. You give it its power. Feel now, if you go to your heart, all is clear and fluid and simple. That is the movement. Don't give too much attachment or importance to the ego. Just go back to your heart, to the joy of being, to the sun. Connect to the sun, that is the source of creation. Go back to earth, that is also the source of creation. And from there, do you see any ego? I repeat the same things. It's all about forgetting your true essence. From this lack of for remembrance, you cut from your source, from the source, and it gave power to external things. The ego is external. As soon as you don't shine a light on the ego, that means as you don't put attention to it, and you put your attention to yourself, then the ego is transcended. And then it can be at service, as a tool. Nothing is wrong, all is perfect. You are just asked to go back to your center. You can visualize like a sun, your heart. It's all about movement nowadays. You went too much outside and you forgot that you are the sun. You give creation to everything that is. So to transcend the ego, know that there is no ego to transcend. And that you are the origin on everything, of everything. And where you put your attention, you create, you feed.
Can I ask, one of the blocks also for awakening some people experience is family, and family are there to love and support us, but for people awakening, family sometimes disapproves, blocks, does not like, discourages. Very few people, I think, have families that go, that's wonderful, off you go, embrace the light. It's more about material things, be safe, be, conventionally happy. What can you say about overcoming family disapproval or blocking?
Have faith. Again, if you believe in these blocks, they would be bigger. Love, just love, be love. The sun shines for everyone. Mother Earth feeds everyone. Humans put separation and lack, but there is no lack in what is. So love, don't believe in these blocks. Transcend, stay in your power, Stay in your light. Stay in your essence. And love. The love, like the rays of the sun, will burn everything that is not necessary and transcend the blocks. It's all about belief. All about beliefs. Love them, forgive them, understand them, but stay in your faith and in your path. Shine like the sun. Can something threaten the sun?
Do you have a final message for the world right now?
It could seem simple for the mind, but it's just love. Recognize your connection to Mother Earth, one of my expressions, to God, to the Spirit, to the Divine, to Mother Mary, the Mother who loves you, and to Mary Magdalene, the one who gives you the strength to be incarnate on earth here and now. Remember this Trinity that is now feminine. Why feminine? Because it needs more gentleness nowadays. But all is, no feminine, no masculine. But for you to understand, I express myself as the divine feminine energy that is the one who creates, who feeds, who loves. All about gentleness and love and abundance. So I ask you all to go back to this gentleness and to this self-love and love of each other, of others. Whatever they do, don't forget that they come from the same source as you, the core of the sun, the core of earth, the core of what is. And to finish, take time to thanks. Be grateful. Recognize all that is given to you at each moment, even in the worst case, in the worst moment of your life. Recognize the beauty in the simplicity of what is. These cells, millions of cells, billions, working for you, 24 by 24, at your service. Go back to this movement to remember and to be grateful and have faith. There are challenging times, yes, but nothing, absolutely nothing, can destroy you or touch you in your true essence. Remember this, my children. Thank you.